The way you become successful and you achieve your dream reality is probably by not doing what you have been told to do. We have been growing in a society that the only thing we are allowed to do is listen, 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 and then obey, obey, obey for every single day of our lives until we die, unfulfilled and in pain. We die with the understanding that we could have done more, but we were too scared to take any action and move towards our dreams. You have been growing up in a society that tells you that you have to follow the rules and the only thing you can do is A, B, C, or D. A, B, C, or D. And you have to choose either of these options or nothing. It teaches us that we always have to do the right thing. It always have to do it the perfect way. We live in a world that nothing is right, nothing is perfect. We cannot ever succeed when we always have to do everything the right way and be always successful at it. Because it's simple, there is no perfect way, there is no right way to do anything, especially the things that you want to do and not just have a job. You will literally stay on a loop forever if you continue staying and thinking on the way that you think right now. You're stuck. My mind was blown when I finally opened up my eyes and I was able to see my family, friends, my exes, that they weren't living the life that they wanted to live. They were showing me that they are happy on where they are right now. But when I was going deeper on the conversation or when I was looking deep into their eyes, I was able to see that they weren't fulfilled, that they weren't doing what they wanted to do, and they always had excuses why they always didn't go towards their dreams. And I was able to see the pattern that they didn't like, that they always have to obey, they always have to do what they have to do for money. But it took me until I was 23 years old to break through the mold and understand that this is a matrix. We have to obey the A, B, C, D options. And I realized that I have to choose to change the reality around me, or the reality and the matrix will change me, and we put me on the same mold. From my parents, my teachers, that I have to always do the same thing, always do the correct thing. Go to school, take good grades, find a job, make money, do that until you die. But I always know that I have more inside of me. It's just the society and the system around me pushed me so much that it showed me that there is only one path. Everyone was teaching me that there is this one path that I have to follow. And as a young child, I wasn't able to understand that there is also other options. And deep down, even though I didn't have the results from my outside world, I knew that I'm going to become someone. I knew that I'm going to be the one that will change the lineage of my family, and I will be able to break through the mold. And even though everything that I was trying was failing around me, I knew that I have something inside of me and I was able to see the matrix. And I want you to be the same. Probably you are the same for watching this video in the first place. The problem is that I didn't know how I will be able to do it. I was trying everything, from buying real estate, creating companies with cryptocurrency, creating bots for the stock market like back 9 years ago. You, brother, I know you have this feeling inside. You know that you will be successful. You just don't know how. You don't know how practically you can do it. But inside you're feeling that you're special and you will be different. And I know, brother, this is a feeling that sucks. It's so painful because you know inside you have something that with someone, it doesn't match the reality because you're still unsuccessful. So they are telling you, go and find a real job. Don't do all these things. I know that you're going to be so rich, so successful. You're going to save your family and your lineage. But at the same time, you have this conflict that you don't have game plan. You don't have a real path of exactly how you will do it. And I was on exactly the same place. I was feeling the same way. And every time I was trying a new plan, it was failing. And actually, it was failing spectacularly. At the end of the day, it's very hard to know how. We always want something. We want different things. But it's very hard to know how you can have this thing. And the thing is, until I became conscious, it was impossible for me to know what is happening around me. And it wasn't until I became conscious that I started understanding how I can do that, and everything around me changed. When I became completely conscious, and from this point to today, I actually, when I walk in public, I feel like I walk in third person. It feels like people around me are like a robot, like no one understands that we are on a matrix right now and we are scrolling through social media. And it feels like I have this understanding on how the world works, being on third person and I'm looking at everyone else, including me, from the top. It's crazy. Like, I feel that no one understands that we are connected to the universe. We are connected to the infinite intelligence abilities that we can do anything we want, right? Anything that we actually put our minds into, it's that simple. We can have that today. As long as you are congruent that you are deserving of something, the universe will respond back and will give you exactly what you want. One of the most powerful examples of my life was when I was back in Greece. My grades were around 9 out of 20, which is borderline staying in the same class. And I decided at some point that I had the desire to show everyone off and to go to the best university. But to go to this engineering school, I had to get 19 out of 20. And literally, when I even said that I want to go to this university to my mother, she was laughing. She thought that I was actually making a joke. For me, the reality of the situation was that there was no other way other than me actually going to this university. I aligned myself with the universe and I took the right actions. And within 2 years, I manifested the craziest things, which is for me to get 19 out of 20, going to this university and showing everyone off. Why? I wasn't smart, I wasn't gifted, I was actually a horrible student, but I felt deserving of going to that school. And I felt that there is nothing that will hold me back. And when I made this decision, my vibration aligned with the universe and I was able to just move towards this direction with no blockers. What did I do? I basically put myself on the most successful identity of me on a different universe, and this allowed me to shift realities. Everyone around me waits for the perfect time, for the right moment to do something, but this moment will never come. I feel so horrible to break this to you, but you will never feel ready to do something. You will never feel like there is a perfect time to do something. It's not how life works. The only way is for you to live on the discomfort of life, living on the edge of your abilities. When you live on the edge of who you are and you are not satiated by dopamine through scrolling on TikTok, then life and miracles aligns with your vibration. And you are able to move and shift realities on timelines that for everyone else would be completely impossible. Like, it is impossible for you to make it to the top if you don't do something different and if you don't live in the edge. If you do what everyone else is doing and what is the advice is, you will live, unfortunately, like your family. You will be on exactly the same place that you are, not be able to move to the next stage. Why? Because the system is made for you to be making one simple salary and living a mediocre life, which you are not meant for that. I realized that the only way for me to make it and be who I want to be is by being a bad person, by almost not be considerate and not care about anyone else. I predict that a lot of the times you see that a lot of good people don't have the life that they want. Even though they deserve and they are nice people, they don't actually have the girl that they want. They don't actually have the job that they want. And they live this mediocre, afraid life. And probably this is because they are doing what they were told by the society, by their partner, by their mother and father. And who is these good people that they are suffering through life? Actually, the A students, the amazing university people, the good people that they were doing so good in life, but they are stuck within a path, a predetermined average path, that they are at the top of the predetermined average path, and they are stuck being good within the system for the system to not spit them out. And now they know that they are not fulfilled. Even though the system promised them something and they went to the top of the system, they are still average and they are not actually fulfilled. And who is fulfilled? Someone that is a bad person. Someone that is doing always the opposite of what the system tells them to do. Your parents tell you to do a certain thing because this is what it will create safety on you, and that's what they want from you. They just want you to be safe. They don't want you to be fulfilled. Because they are not fulfilled, they don't know how to be fulfilled. So they don't want you to be fulfilled too. Your friends are making fun of you. Why? Because you are doing the different thing. You're breaking through the mold. And that's weird for them, that's painful for them. And that's why you have to be a bad person. You have to not give a fuck about their opinions and move towards the direction that you want to move, because you are the one that will change the generation of your family, and it will make you fulfilled. The bad person in life is the person that is out of alignment with everyone else, is moving towards their own direction. For example, when I was going through my PhD and I was the good person when I was 23 and I broke through the matrix, the right thing was for me to continue my PhD, to take my PhD, to be a good person towards my family, that they did so much for me to be here. But I decided to be the bad person. I decided to be the horrible kid that will break through the mold, will not give a fuck about their PhD, and will try to figure out how to get out of this matrix. Because I decided to be my own person. Because the only way for you to do that is for you to be delusional, is to be delusional about who you are. Take action, move towards the direction that you want to move, regardless of what everyone else is saying. This is your path, and it's your responsibility to be delusional and to believe on a dream that only you and me can understand. I want you, by the way, to comment down, what is your dream? What do you want to succeed? What do you want to manifest? Write down one thing. What do you want to manifest? $1 million, the perfect partner. I want you to claim who you will be, and I want you to write down who you will be tomorrow. At the end of the day, the more imperfect things that you do, the more risk that you take, the more mistakes that you do, this will equate to the knowledge that you will take through real experience and pain that will give you the direction on how you will become who you want to become and how you will have what you want. Two people, and one takes risks, a multitude of action, and the other one takes one action per month. Who do you think will surpass leaps and bounds the other person? It's not about making one perfect painting. It's about making 100 garbage paintings that each of them is teaching you how to be 0.1% better. All of us, we have the same chance to become rich, to become successful, and to become fulfilled. The question is, who have the balls to actually take action when you're scared, when you're in pain? Who has enough illusion and belief on themselves, even though the reality shows you that you are in the wrong path, you're actually moving towards this path because you know that this is the place you should be. You need to realize that it's all men and women and people for themselves, and you have to realize that it is within your hands. They did it, I did it, and you can do this too. You can break through the matrix right now and move towards the direction that you want to move. We are no different than you. I was not different than you. I just started and moved towards this direction and took the hard actions. From leaving my PhD job to leaving my visa in the US, every time I took the hard action in order for me to become free. This is all my thoughts. I want you to subscribe. Say what is your manifestation on your comments. And for the love of God, like this video, because the algorithm is fucking brutal, brother. And I will see you on the next one.